Hi friends, this week we saw two back-to-back draw. First it was PNP and then followed by CEC specific draw. And the mind is even more confused on how the future draw going to be. Whether we are going to see this trend of CEC as well as PNP specific draw. Are we going to see no program specific draw anytime soon? What's going to be the CRS cutoff score? These are the questions which are on top of everyone's mind. So what I have done is I've tried to bring together all the information in one place, sequence it in a manner in which we both can analyze and predict what's going to be the outcome in future. And for that I need your support and suggestion with your comment as well as your interpretation, and that is going to make this prediction more strong. And if you're a new subscriber to channel, please go ahead and press the like button as well as do subscribe as I bring such relevant information. In addition, I have a website where I have tried to organize information in a manner where you don't have to go and find these information in a very scattered way, which usually happens when somebody is looking for the information specific to coming to Canada. So do check out the website. There are some very valuable first-hand information. My learnings I am sharing with you so that you don't have to reinvent the wheel. Now, without wasting much time, let's get going and look into this immigration plan. So you can see here, this is the immigration plan for 2021 to 23. Why I am showing this? Because this is the basis on which we will be able to further analyze everything. So if you look at this, the 2021 intake plan, you can see here, this is the lower limit and this is the upper limit. So we will keep this upper limit for now. Let's see the number of draw in 2019 and 2020 so that we get some background. In 2019, we saw 26 draw in a year, and how many candidates invited? 85300. This was all no program draw, which means that within this draw even the CEC candidates were there. So there was no separate draw for CEC or PNP. You get this? Now you look at the range of invitation to apply. It was in range of 3200 to 3900. In 2020, we saw that this invitation to apply increased. So it was in range between 3200 to 5000 invitation to apply. And how many draws? 37 draw. Now this number might look on a higher side when compared to 2019, but we'll have to remember this thing that after pandemic, we saw an increased number of CEC as well as PNP specific draw. So each week we would have back-to-back draw, and that's the reason why we are able to see this 37 draw in total. How many invitation to apply issued? 107,350. So this was 2019 and 2020. Now we also know from the previous video, if you have checked, in 2020, even though these many invitations were issued, not many people landed in Canada because of the pandemic reason. So that's a backlog which is there with the 2020 plan. And that's why we see this immigration plan 2021 to 23, which had the updated number based on the future plan, based on the gap which was there in 2020. This plan was made. So I hope so far it makes sense. So 110250, this is the upper limit of candidate which IRCC plans to invite in 2021. How many draws have happened so far? 9 draw, which has been PNP as well as CEC specific. And in total, 43,840 candidates have been issued ITA. Okay, so that means what is the remaining number for 2021? 66,410, which means that if on an average IRCC invites 5,000 candidates in each draw, how many draw we might see in this year? Another 14 draw. So 14 plus 9, around 23 draw in this year comes as an estimate. Now this is just a estimate. Now, if you had checked my previous video where I explained that in 2020 the intake reduced, and that was in line with 1990s. So we had gone behind by the number what we saw in 1990s. So there is a backlog. In addition, you would have seen the news where IRCC informed that those candidates whose COPR had expired because they were not able to travel to Canada due to the flight restriction, those candidates will be able to come to Canada. IRCC is trying to figure out how those modalities are going to be done. So once that happens, right, IRCC has this candidate pool who are ready to come to Canada and have gone through the process. So that number will also eat away the remaining ITA. This is my assumption. Now, some of you might suggest that IRCC might increase and go beyond the plan. That is quite a possibility, but I personally don't think so that's going to happen, because just increasing the number will not solve the problem. The system has a certain capacity to intake the newer population. So remember, last year there was one number, this year's number is higher, and if they are going to suddenly increase the number, it's going to put duress into the system. So that option is ruled out. We might see a little increase. Now, if you look at this report, the actual problem is not even getting resolved. You see here the population growth has seen a decline and not seen in last 1 century. So that is the kind of impact immigrant not coming to Canada is having, which is a cause of concern for sure. But for now, with vaccine not available and not being certain about the effectiveness of these vaccine, right now it's quite a situation where a firm decision cannot be made. Now, this is my personal opinion. What you guys think, please do let me know and comment. I think IRCC is going to keep looking at the situation day by day, and we saw during the last draw for the CEC, my prediction was that if you are in CEC pool, you will all get invited. But last time we saw that only 5,000 candidates were invited, which means the CEC candidate with lesser score than this, they're still there in the pool. So this is how dynamic this entire draw has become, and this is the analysis I was able to do. You please comment and bring in your interpretation. Let's have the discussion so that we bring more meaning to this data and we bring in more reliability. Thanks for watching Canada Tried and Tested.